Hello, good day. My name is Chris Njoku. You are welcome to the Simplifier YouTube channel. This is part 3 of the inventory management on Excel series. In case you are seeing this video as the very first in the series, please kindly watch the part 1 and part 2 for better understanding. Before we move deep into the part 3, I'm going to talk about what we went through in the part 2. In the part 2, we talked about product number, we talked about product description, and we talked about how to calculate the value of a product. And we said in calculating the value of a product, you are to multiply the unit price of that particular product with the opening stock of that product. That is how you get the value of the product. Now, we also talked about copying and pasting as a link. And then I showed us how to copy from the opening stock, the first four columns of the opening stock, and then paste it as a link in the closing stock, which we already have there. And then I will briefly use the horizontal scroll bar to show us the closing stock. This is it. It contains the first four columns of the opening stock. So let me keep them side by side. This is the opening stock and this is the closing stock. So you can see that product number, product description, unit price, opening stock, they are same as what we have in the closing stock first four columns. Now, going back to what we're talking about, we also looked at process of stock in. This is the stocking. Let me scroll to the stocking. That is where we ended the part 2. We talked about the stocking and then we went through validating product number. We did validation to ensure that every product number that appears on the opening stock is validated on the stock in. That is to say, before you bring in any product number in the stocking, you must first add it to your opening stock. So it will be registered there. You can't just pick up any product number and put it in the stock in. It will not go into it because we have validated what is there. However, you can add to the product number from the opening stock. You can add to the product number from the opening stock, and which I displayed that in the part 2 of the video. Now we're moving forward into the product description and then the unit price, starting from the stock in table. Now, how do you describe your product? We have already done the description of the product in the opening stock, but this is a process of automation. And then if you must do it smoothly, you must bring in every function that will ensure that the product in your opening stock, the description that are there to represent the product in the opening stock, are what you will see in your stock in. So by so doing, everything will be automated. Now let's move deeper. For product description, we're going to use the VLOOKUP function to ensure that your work is neat and without error. So in order to do that, we're going to drop a cursor on the product description and then call out the VLOOKUP function equals VLOOKUP. Now it's showing us the four details of VLOOKUP. The very first thing there is the lookup value. What are you looking up? That is the question you should ask yourself. In this case, we're looking up a particular product number. Here we have product 7 on this very row, so we're looking up product 7. So the product number is registered there and comma. The next on the list is our table array. Which table are you operating from? We're operating from the table in our opening stock. That is where our product description and every other thing we need is where displayed. So we go and copy the entire table in our opening stock and then comma. The next is our column index number. What column index number meant is that you have a table to look up. However, what is your interest this moment? Our interest is the product description. Where is the product description found in your opening stock table? The product description is found on the second column because the first column contains the product number. The second column contains the product description. So the column index number is 2, comma. The last of it is that what is of interest to you? Is it an approximate match that you are looking up to, or you need an exact match of what you are working on? In this case, we need an exact match. We need an exact match. The argument there is if I want to do an approximate match, true, or I want to do an exact match first. In this case, what we need is an exact match. So we click on exact match. So we close our bracket. Look at it again before we hit the enter key so that everything will be very clear. In this VLOOKUP, we started with the product number because we said in the VLOOKUP, the first thing was the lookup value. The lookup value is the product that we intend to stock in. So that is the very first in the list, which is the lookup value. Then we move to the second in the list, which is the table array. We say, where are you looking up the product number from? Looking up the product number from the opening stock table, and there is need for you to select the entire table to represent the array. So we click on our opening stock table and we highlighted all the details in the table from the product number to the value, and then we ended it by putting a comma sign. So you see it well displayed. And then the third thing we talked about there was the column index number. In the column index number, the question that is arising there is which column do you want to borrow value from in the opening stock table? Our target there is product description, and our product description is displayed on the second column in the opening stock table. So we represent it with the number 2, comma. Then the last on the series is our range lookup. This argument asks if you want to do an approximate match. If that is your intention, then you go for true. If you want an exact match, like what you are looking up to should be the exact thing that is on the table, you go with false. And then we selected false and close our bracket. Now we hit our enter key. You can see the product description here is basics meat slicer for product number 7. You can see it, product number 7. If I decide to change the product number, you see what will happen. Let's pick product 12. You can see that the product description immediately changed to display the description of product number 12. Product number 12 description is J. Oliver bread knife. So that is what we have here, J. Oliver bread knife. You can as well try it again by picking something else. Let's pick product 18. Immediately it changed. Product 18 is Delos Chinese cleaver. Let's go to our opening stock table, Delos Chinese cleaver. So that's to say we are right on track. The next thing we are going to be looking at is the unit price, and then we are also going to do the same thing we did in our product description for the unit price. And then hit our equals sign, VLOOKUP. What's our table array? Our table array, a lookup value. What's our lookup value? Our lookup value is the product number. So, comma, you can see it display here on the formula bar. So you can just be looking at the formula bar while you do your work. The next on the list is our table array. We do the same thing again. We go and select the entire table. That's our table array. And so, comma, the next thing there is column index number. Where is our unit price found on the table? Our unit price is on column 3, unlike the product description where our column index number is 2. The unit price column index number is found in column 3. So you type in 3, comma, and then the last on the list is asking you for range lookup. We're looking up for exact match, so we'll go for false. So when we double click, it comes in there, and then we'll close the bracket. We hit our enter key. We can see that it's showing us 50 naira as the unit price of product 18. Let's look at our product 18 to be sure if we're right on track. So you can see 50 naira. It's automated. Let's try to change to another product number and see what will happen. Let's go with product 15. It has changed everything. The product description is kitchen press and the unit price is 39 naira. Let's look at our opening stock to be sure. So this is product description, kitchen press, and then this is the unit price 39 naira. So we are right on track. Our unit stock has been taken care of. We can decide to give it a particular stock. Now we are in the stock in table, not the opening stock. So what are you bringing into the business now? Let's say for the product 15 that we have displayed on this row, and then the unit price is 39 naira. We are stocking in about 40 of it. So let's type in 40. That is our stocking. So we go to the value and calculate the value for 40 of the product 15. What will it give us? We say equals unit price multiplied by stock. We hit our enter key. It gives us 1,560. That is what it gave to us. We can as well look at another product in the stocking. Let's assume we have another day. We decide to add another product. Let's say 23rd 04 2023. And then you can see, because this is automated, the other cells will just be displaying not available until you select a particular product number. So let's pick a product number from the drop down menu. Let's go with product 6. So immediately it was filled with product description and unit price, except stock, because we have not told the inventory the amount of stock that we're stocking in for this particular product 6. So let's give it 27, and then when we hit our tab, you can see that it immediately calculated the value of 27 of this particular product, and it gave us 1,053 naira. So that is just how it is. We can be rest assured that we are right on track in our stocking. Now we're moving into our stock out. Our stocking and our stock out look the same. So we are going to do the same thing we did in our stocking for our stock out. So let's scroll to our stock out. Let's give it a date. Let's say 23rd 04 2023. I told us that if we want to add the present day, we can just click our control and a semicolon, and then it will just give us the current date. So moving forward, we are going to do the same thing we did in stock in. That is to validate your product number. I've already done that so that we'll move fast in this video. And then the next thing we're going to do here now, let's say we select a particular product number that we are stocking out, like we're selling, it has been sold. So we are going to represent it on the inventory that this particular product 7 has been sold on 24th of April 2023. So the product description, we can use our VLOOKUP like we did before. So let's go through it again. VLOOKUP. So what are we looking up? Product, comma. The table is what? From the opening stock, we select the entire table, comma. Next on our list is column index number. Our product description is on the second column, and then comma. The last is our false, which is exact match. So we double click on it, it displays there, and then we close the bracket. We hit our enter key. You can see it has given us basics meat slicer as the product description for product 7. So you can see we're right on track. Now we go to the unit price and do the needful, just something similar to what we have done. If you are very good with Excel, you can just copy the VLOOKUP formula from product description and then paste it on the unit price and then change the column index number. That is just the only thing you need to do. But for the sake of those of us that are not very fast, I'm going to go through it gently. So I say equals VLOOKUP. Our lookup value is what? Product number is our lookup value, comma. The next thing there is the table array. Our table array is selected here. So next is our column index number. Our unit price is on the third column, so put 3, comma, and then last on the list is our false exact match. So we double click on it and then we close the bracket. We press our enter key. You can see it has shown us that 12 naira is what is the unit price of our product 7. Let's check to be sure. Okay, so we have 12 naira as that. So in our stock out, maybe 17 of the product were sold, so you just type 17. And then when you hit your tab key to move into the value, you calculate what it should be. Our value is our unit price multiplied by the stock, and then we hit our enter key. It has shown us that it is 204 naira. So this is just how it is. Let's try to do another stock out like we did in the stocking. Let's say on same day, 23rd 04 2023. And then let's choose a particular product number. Let's go with product 3. Let's say product 3 was sold. You can see immediately we select product 3. It brought out the product description and then the unit price. Check. Product 3 is J. Oliver cotton board fish. 13 naira is the unit price. You can see our opening stock. We started with what? 63. So in our stock out now, let's assume we sold 21. So we hit our tab key. You can see immediately calculated what we have done. So in our next video, we are going to be looking at the closing stock. We have been able to organize our opening stock, our stock in, this is our stock in, able to organize our stock in, and then we have also organized our stock out. The next video, we are going to be looking at our closing stock. In our closing stock, we already have the first 4 columns of our opening stock organized, and then we use the paste as link to bring it into the closing stock. So what we are going to be talking about is the stock in and stock out calculation and the closing stock as well as the value. These 4 details we are going to treat in the next video. and then we're done with automating our inventory. Thank you very much for watching. Please ensure you like and then share this video to anyone that is in dire need of inventory management on MS Excel. If you have not subscribed to the Simplifier YouTube channel, please do so. So many videos will be coming your way thereafter. Thank you for watching.